Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So we're going to do this all over again. I've done this so many times. People ask me like all the time, can you make money from trading stocks? How much money can you make from trading stocks and stuff? And I think that what confuses most people is the word trading. Trading feels like you have to be there 247, but that's actually not the case. To trade simply means to buy and sell, right? So let's start with that. People, when you tell people, you trade stocks, they think it's something that would require you to actually sit there 247 and monitor it. It's not like that. The word trade simply means you're buying and then you're selling. And it's always good to buy low when something is cheap and sell when the price has gone up. So let's say you bought fuel for 400 naira 5 months ago and you had it just there. You bought it and you left it there, right? Now you actually get to sell it for more than that. Fuel is probably not the best example to use given the economic situation of Nigeria right now, but I can't think of anything else. I'm hoping that you get the gist now, and I'm sorry if you're triggered by that, fuel example. Now, let's get right into it. People ask me, hey, can you make millions from trading stocks? And then I tell them it goes both ways, right? I've made a lot of money from trading stocks. I also have some stocks that are just 80% down, 60% down, and they've been there since like 2021, like 2 years now. And I haven't sold them because if you sell them, basically means that you're giving up pretty much. Imagine buying something for 500 naira and then the value has gone down to like 300 naira. You now decide to sell for that 300 naira. That's not good. So I just left them there. If it goes up, then I'll sell. If it doesn't go up, then I'll leave them there. Now, for those of you that don't know how to trade stocks, again, the word trade is to buy and sell. For those of you that don't know how to trade stocks, when people say trade stocks, it simply means to buy and sell. Right? And to answer your question and kind of like just wrap this video up real quick because it feels like I'm taking your time now. You can make a lot of money from trading stocks and you can lose a lot of money. Let me explain what I mean by you can make a lot of money from trading stocks. Let's say you bought a bag of rice 3 months ago and you bought it for 20,000 naira, right? Now, the demand for rice and the price of rice has gone up. It means that you can sell it back for 40,000 naira. That's twice the money that you initially used to buy the rice. So that's a good thing. Another beautiful thing about the stock market or stock trading apps that I've used is you can sell what you bought a while back anytime you want to sell it. Immediately you sell it, you get your money. So it's not like you have to sell it and then you have to wait for somebody in the market to come and meet you and buy it. And no, it doesn't work like that. You sell, and once you've sold back to the market, that's it, right? So the example with the bag of rice, buying for 20,000 naira and selling for 40,000 naira would make sense to you, right? So that's how stock is. You buy low, right? And then you sell high. So you need to go to the stock market and you see a list of publicly traded companies. Publicly traded companies are companies that are pretty much public. They are not private companies. It means that anybody can invest in them. An example is Facebook. An example is, but although the name is not Facebook anymore, it's Meta. So an example is Meta. An example is Amazon. An example is Apple. An example is Disney. These are businesses that are huge and anyone can invest in them through the stock market. Excuse me. Anyone can invest in them through the stock market. Now, what app do I use to invest in these businesses? I use the Bamboo app. There are a bunch of other apps out there like Trove and pretty much a lot of them. But I use Bamboo because I know Bamboo to a huge extent and I trust the product. Also because they have an office in Lagos. so there's that as well. Now, You can make a lot of money from trading stocks. I just gave you an example with the bag of rice. Now, let's talk about cassette radio. Imagine buying a cassette radio when it was a big deal back in, say, 2007. You had a cassette tape player. Imagine buying it at the time for 17,000 naira. That's a lot of money at the time, right? Now, do you think that anybody will be interested in buying a cassette radio for 17,000 naira these days? No, because the value would have gone down. So, that happens too with the stock market. Sometimes it could just be that a lot of investors who invested in, say, Google, for example, decided to sell their shares, or something happened and the value of the stock just dropped. Maybe Google deployed one product, like the time that Google was trying to release a chat GPT rival called Bard, and they released it, and I think they lost 1 billion or so in one day, or was it 100 billion or so? They lost a lot of money, because the product had issues and investors were not happy about that. So they started selling their shares. You can sell your shares at any time. So that happens. So if the value of a product, or if the value of a business, not the product, business, in the stock market drops, the price will drop. When the price drops, that's the best time to buy, when it's cheaper, right? But if you already bought when the price was high and then it dropped, it means that you lose money. So this is also why investors or fellow friends who invest in these things don't tell you what stocks to buy. They don't tell you to invest in Meta, who owns Facebook, Instagram, Oculus, now Threads. Because if your friend tells you to invest in Facebook or Meta, and you go ahead and invest, and then Facebook built something like Threads through Instagram, they built Threads, and then people did not welcome Threads very well, and investors decided to pull out. That's not good, right? And because of that, you start to lose money. So that happens with the stock market. Make sure you invest in a company that you really, really trust, that you know that they will do really, really well. Now, the example with Meta is actually the opposite. If you bought Meta stocks if you bought 3 months ago, you would have gained 39% of what you invested by now. It means that your money you invested plus 39%. If you invested in, I'm recording this video on the what's today's date? Today should be 25th of July, 2023. I'm saying that 3 months before now, if you had bought Facebook stocks or Meta, I keep calling it Facebook because it used to be Facebook before they rebranded to Meta. But if you had bought Meta stocks 3 months ago, you'd have gotten 39% extra of what you invested by now. If you had invested in Meta stocks 6 months ago, or 1 year ago, actually, you'd have gotten 84% of the money you invested by now. So it means if you invested 200,000 naira or even 200 naira, you can buy stocks with any amount. I talked about that in a previous video. On the Bamboo app, you can buy stocks with any amount. So let's say you invested in the stock with 200 naira or 20,000 naira. 1 year later, you would have gotten 84% of that by now. So your 200 naira or 2,000 naira or 20,000 naira plus 84%. That's a lot of money. So again, you can make millions from trading stocks. You just need to invest in the right company. And again, don't let the word trade confuse you. It's just to buy and sell. And when you're buying a stock, do your research about the company. You've been following Meta. How much do you know about them? Are they launching something new? Do you think they are still going to be in the market to deal with competitors? Do you think that they will go above competitors in the future? Do you think that this company is going to be successful? Do you think that more people will be willing to invest in their product? These are the things you look out for, and then you go ahead and invest. And once you invest, occasionally you can open the app and check, see how your investment is doing. These things are not hard, and I promise you I am going to make more videos about stocks I've been holding back on this whole thing, but I kind of like ran a poll on WhatsApp, and a lot of friends told me that they wanted to know how the whole stocks thing works. So I'm going to make more videos. If you have any questions about stocks, I need your favor for this part. If you have any questions about stocks and stocks trading, just leave a comment here under this video and I will answer your question in another video. I will detail my explanation as much as possible. So ask me anything about stocks trading, I will answer it and then send you a link to the answer in another video. So that's it, guys. I will see you around.